So basically, Osomatsu-san is just fucking comedy anime. There's nothing that I can add about it. The difference is that Osomatsu-san is a reboot version of Osomatsu, which is where they all were kids. But in Osomatsu-san, they were adults and being a fucking dumbass. That's it. That's the only thing I can think of. The thing I want to talk about this topic is the characterization of the sextuplets, because they're completely different than in Osomatsu good. I did a form, so yeah, it kind of works though. Not many people can do it, but at least it's enough to me. So let's talk about Todomatsu. He is the youngest one. The commentary about Todomatsu is just fucking pink satin. Many people don't like him. Many people say that he's my least favorite, but he's okay. But hey, at least there are some Todomatsu stands who actually defend him, like he does deserve some hate. Okay, honestly, Todomatsu being a bunny promotion stuff checks out, because bunnies will die if they don't get enough attention, and B will ignore you where they're mad. But check to make sure you're watching them be mad. Okay. Which is kind of cool though. But yeah, let's talk about Todomatsu of why people hate Easy. He's such a bitch. He ignores his brothers, and also he's one of the guy that will do something independently, like having a job with some shit that without telling his brothers, because he thought it's not really relevant to talk about something like that, which is, that is the only way Todomatsu can do. So yeah, he actually one of the guy who lies a lot, and it can be worked somehow to some whoever don't know shit, but also he's such a bitch. Did I say that he's a bitch? If you know that, some people who have asshole, awful person, they probably, doesn't believe that they are, but for Todomatsu, he's such very awful guy, and he knows that he's such a worst guy ever, but he did it for under the limited edition, something like that. I don't know why I say limited edition. It means that Todomatsu only do something, something bitchy, something to his family and his friends, mostly his brothers, which is, if I'm sense. So yeah, that's literally the worst part of Todomatsu, that he's a heartless person, and I say it again, he's bitch. The good side of him is the thing that I want to a little bit talk about. As a younger siblings, he shows that he has fears of darkness. In the earlier episodes, he actually needs someone to, be side with him when he wants to go to the toilet, because he actually is scared to go downstairs alone. He actually one of the guy who is scared to do something alone, unless if he did independence. He actually went to Mount Fuji by himself. And also, Todomatsu in Osomatsu version, it did say that he actually is scared of dark, something like that. But it shows that Todomatsu actually likes to play some games with his brothers, mostly Jyushimatsu, as far as I know, which is the only thing this Osomatsu stuff didn't change at all from Todomatsu's perspective. Which is kind of cool though. And then in the movie, I had no idea how Todomatsu becomes shorter than the other brothers, which is kind of weird. I think Todomatsu on that time was stuck. He needs some help from his brothers though. One time he actually didn't know about his future, so he asked Osomatsu, and then Osomatsu told him that you have to think about yourself if you don't know anything shit about that. To be honest though, if someone needs your help or something like that, you need to talk about it. But saying that you have to think about yourself, actually it makes sense why he decided to do something independent, something he did doing by himself. That's why he never tells that he went to gym, he went to go club, and he fucking doing by himself, because he thought it wasn't relevant at all. So that's my prediction how Todomatsu ended up like that, being a bitch, something like that. Actually really listened quite well to his brothers, even though it hurts him deeply. That's what I feel sad about Todomatsu. Emmit, he's actually one of the most crybaby. It's sad to me. I think the good side of Todomatsu that he did something very nice one. Like he did something brave. He's good at lying and it works a lot. He actually can talk to girls. It works too. He did something very casual now that I think he's one of the guys that I actually like to hang out with him. Right, Jyushimatsu. Fucking love this guy, man. Very powerful color, some shit like that. But yeah, the comment about him that he's such a baby, very sunshine, he's the sweet guy. Jyushimatsu is like the most pure of them, but he's scary to be honest. Like he acts like a child, but on all the cocaine. Everyone loves this guy though. It's quite bizarre. I didn't see any hate for him though, which is kind of cool though. So yeah, talk about Jyushimatsu. I actually had no idea what to add, but I mean, you can see Jyushimatsu is complete Jyushimatsu. And there's a comment that says like Jyushimatsu layers. Like I say, not to add or something like that, because I mean Jyushimatsu is really cool. But yeah, let's talk about how he actually like the fucking person in Osomatsu-kun. It says that Jyushimatsu is, I mean, it's actually very adorable there. Jyushimatsu is very adorable, but also he actually have one of the weirdest personality. He actually one like looking very funny though. He kind of there. I mean, Jyushimatsu is one of the loudest guy that actually existed than the other guy. But I mean, but in Osomatsu-san, he looks completely different. That's probably his fucking trope, something like that. I don't know what trope it is, but I believe it's called Jyushimatsu's trope. Like he absolutely do something unhuman. Even brothers, the other five, are fucking scared of him one time. Yeah, it makes sense, right? The movie versions look completely different than the high school thing. I don't know. Jyushimatsu, I don't know how actually become fucking angry bitches alive in this when he was high school. I don't know how it ended up like that, but maybe because when they separated, it could be something like that. Jyushimatsu situations is why he decided to become like that. Even he knows his personality is like. I do believe Jyushimatsu's personality looks like. My theory about Jyushimatsu is something that the reason he became something like that in the movie, that's maybe because he don't want to have friends. Not like he don't like to have friends. I'm pretty sure he's fine to have friends. I mean, he's fine to hang out with them, something like that. But he don't know how to hang out with them. Maybe because he don't know how to socialize. But he loved baseball. So unless it's something related to sports, he probably can join something like that. I mean, it's cool. That's Jyushimatsu to him. But the problem is the reason he decided to do it. You notice that he didn't show any sign that he's baseball or kind of like that in the movie. That's what I want to talk about. You probably notice about one of the moment when they remember about the memories where Jyushimatsu's one, it shows that it got mentioned a lot that every classmates he knows always gossiping behind him and his brothers, because he remembers that the bad part of his memory is that schoolmates fucking talk shit behind him, even in front of him. They kind of talk shit about it because they thought oh my god, sex stipulates are weird, some shit like that though. So yeah, maybe like that. So he probably have trust issues, and which just makes him uncomfortable, and thought like finding something like that is not the person that he wants to hang out with, except his brothers. Jyushimatsu is like that. It's like I said, it's my prediction of maybe Jyushimatsu is something like that. It's not his fault that he ended up like that, but hey, at least he found out his personality doesn't matter if he doesn't have to fake it out. So yeah, it's good that Jyushimatsu changed, because he realized that he deserves to become what he is, to become a nightmare fuel. Ichimatsu. Alright, let's talk about this guy. Okay, so he kind of looked depressing, Joe. So let's talk about him. I'm pretty sure the commentary about Ichimatsu is could be yep, very cat boy. There's nothing to add. Edgy boy. There's some comment about him that someone quite concerned that become a stan with Ichimatsu. Worryingly relatable, understandable. Like he's actually looks like the only guy who shows the dark aura about it. Maybe because he actually realistically, in my opinion, that he looks have like, you know, some low mental health situation is. He shows a lot of anxiety and depression about this guy, which is, this guy is, I found this comment that I think you need to listen about it. So it said, your typical misunderstood type. This guy is as soft as kittens on the inside but likes to project tough, quickly extravagant to fighting people away before they have chance to hurt him first. This guy is the only guy who actually wants to compliment or something like that, like a cat, because he's a cat. He's completely a cat, so that's why people call him like a furry and a cat boy. Yeah, that's not the important part yet. But also, Jyushimatsu is a furry too, just to remind you that. Let's talk about the Osomatsu version of Ichimatsu. Wait, the Ichimatsu version of Osomatsu is that originally he's, I don't know what he is, but he actually shows some intelligence of him, and even though they're all poor education, but yeah, you should say he's quite smarter than others, but he didn't show it because maybe he's the only guy who really good at focusing some real shit. Maybe that's the only thing I can see that he didn't change at all. We can see that Ichimatsu shows about the S and M kind of thing. I mean, in the fucking, I don't know, kinky way, role playing shit. I don't know how to describe it. Ichimatsu shows a lot about it and he knows about it, and I'm scared. See, there's some comment about Ichimatsu that he's the soft guy or something like that, even though in real life he's like completely shit on tables, so I don't know what's soft about him, but you know, yeah. But true, he do have soft side of him, that his heart is very fragile, but he's so, you know, quite strong to, you know, struggle himself to become of what he, you know, supposed to do, like, you know, looking like that. I'm pretty sure that Ichimatsu is not okay, but at the same time I'm pretty sure he's fine. I'm not sure how good he is in like, to do something independently, as you know, at least Ichimatsu have some I don't know, responsible to do something if he had a chance or he have no choice. Ichimatsu is okay. I guess there's nothing I mean, I like how he likes cats. I like how he became cat. Talk about the movie. So yeah, the movie version of Ichimatsu, it quite like a plot twist to me that Ichimatsu had a friend before, which is surprisingly me, that Ichimatsu did had a friend with to be honest, I thought, you know, probably someone else actually you have lots of friends, I don't know, like Osomatsu or some shit like that, but Ichimatsu, oh my, I'm pretty sure he did it because he didn't want to become a very lonely kind of guy, Joe. I mean, look at him, he don't want to be lonely, but at the same time it's quite tiring to have friendship like that. So he, like I say, even though successfully up together, they don't have any fucking experience to have like a friendship, something like that. The thing, I have no idea how Ichimatsu ended up, you know, becoming friends with his squad or something like that. Actually, I really need to detail more, and I wish season 3 added about it. So season 3, can you please do that? Also, I think he became cool and something like that. Maybe because he follows his squad. I think that's all I can think of. So yeah, Choromatsu, green guy. I have no idea why he's green. Commentary about Choromatsu is straight man. He's quite boring. He's a frog, and also most of this fucking commentary hate this the way Choromatsu act in the movie, because, you know, I mean, do I need to talk about that? Yes, I have to talk about it. I actually really like Choromatsu, even though he's very unlikable. He suffers from the same problems as the other sextuplets, but he pretends to be above all on that top being an otaku. That is infuriating if he were an actual person, but since he's a cartoon character, is hysterical. He frankly portrays the straight man in comedy skits, and it's classic comedy balance. It's good stuff. He kinda sucks though. He's so gross. Yeah, horny people have no rights. True. So yeah, Choromatsu, he wasn't too responsible than what he was before in Osomatsu-kun. Osomatsu-kun, you know, he thought like he actually much better than Osomatsu or something like that. Choromatsu shows he's full of responsibilities and such though, and he thought he actually, you know, he's much better than Osomatsu. I think that's the only thing I can think of that's the only one that Choromatsu never changed. I'm not sure, nothing to add about it. He don't know how to change himself to be the better guy, because you know, the part where he dyed his hair brown because he thought it was cool. Maybe that's how frogs do. I had no idea about the frogs Discovery Channel thing. So Choromatsu probably, you know, full responsibility and something like that, because he always said there in the movie when he was high school, he walks like a robber or some shit like that. But the way he acting in the movie, you know, talking about responsibility some shit like that, is completely out of fucking what am I watching? It was so funny. I think that's the funniest part about Choromatsu, because he does have the potential of the kindness of him. So even though, you know, he shows like he's very sweet kind of guy, cute looking guy. Yeah, I see him. He's a very cute kind of guy. But big fucking yikes. Actually, talk about the movie version of Choromatsu, that he acting pretty weird too, and also he's like an otaku idol fanboy. I mean, but because when the part when he say he wants to, you know, do to some girls, I mean, there's a comment about like him and his, you know, brothers being misogynist piece of shit. So yeah, that's the only thing I don't like about Choromatsu, how he acting like that to girls. I mean, like I say, that's his weakness, to get girlfriend, and that's why they all never had girlfriend. I mean, think about it. This guy probably needs help, but he probably thought that he doing something eventually is a good idea, because, you know, Choromatsu and Todomatsu pretty similar, have, you know, pretty similarity of, like, you know, they both actually straight man kind of guy, and like Sukomi kind of thing. But Todomatsu actually much better than Choromatsu. I'm so sorry, Choromatsu. I'm not sure if I feel like I want to like blame him or something like that. I mean, I can't blame everyone if fucking, you know, fictional characters. Choromatsu, I believe Choromatsu needs some help, and I need him a little bit change a little bit, something like that. That's the only thing I need him to do that. Be more, I don't know, understandable. I really want Choromatsu to, you know, change a little bit about his behavior, something like that, or, you know, and his behavior of you know, thinking that he's better than anyone. But you see that self-awareness Choromatsu, that he thought he actually, you know, going to do something like this, but he's not doing that at all because of self-awareness kind of thing. And also self-awareness actually quite shows that he probably going to do better, something like that, which is the thing where Todomatsu and Osomatsu very concerned about. I think that's why Osomatsu kind of mad. I don't know. Yeah, I'm going to talk about Osomatsu later, but first of all, let's not fucking skip Karamatsu, bitch. Oh, Karamatsu. Alright, let's talk about this guy too. So the comments I know that he's tried hard to be cool guy, sweetheart. Quite surprising that he's very funny. I mean, cool. I mean, everyone loves this guy. Pretty cool though. And also, one of my favorite I like to read is that he's not on one of the guy who very manipulative, because he get manipulated all the time. I love him, dude. He taught me how to be confident in myself, whether I believe I could be or not. I owe him so much. The movie really struck a chord with me, because young Karamatsu was me. A shy, acne-ridden kid learning to love myself and get out of my shell by this character who just seemed like his spirit could never be broken, even when he was bullied in the anime. He helped me cope with depression hardcore. I will die for him truly. Thank you, Karamatsu, and take you to the period. That's the nicest thing I will read. This guy, what's similar about this guy between Osomatsu? Oh yeah, between Osomatsu and Osomatsu-san, similarities about Karamatsu is that he's very unlucky guy. He's very unlucky. That's all I can say, Joe. I mean, he always fall down the stairs. He fall down fucking roof. He got hit by a fucking truck. What else? Oh yeah, Ichimatsu often kills him, so yeah, that's literally the similar of him. So yeah, I feel sad for Karamatsu a bit. To be honest though, in my fucking opinion though, Karamatsu is the only guy that I feel sorry in the beginning. I mean, episode 5, man, he don't have chance to eat fucking pears, and his family fucking ignores him when he get kidnapped by his friend. The thing that I don't like about him, that he actually creeped me out somehow too. Whenever I think of Karamatsu, I will never fucking escape from these guys. I think because he's fashion sense, Karamatsu is actually only one who shows the kindness a lot. I mean, Jyushimatsu shows the kindness, Ichimatsu shows a little bit of it, somehow independent of it. Like in Osomatsu, he saved his brother from, got chased by a dog. That's the only part of Karamatsu's kindness about it, and I think that's why Osomatsu and stuff decided to put his kindness pretty well and such though. I mean, look at him. Karamatsu is one of the guys who have the patience of it. He's very patient to look around look out the area if like it's something safe or something like that, and then he's that one of the guy who look out for someone who in bad mood or kind of like that. I mean, and then he punched Osomatsu. The more I watched that episode, the more I realized that Karamatsu is very patient about this kind of situation. Oh yeah, in the movie, let's talk about the movie version of Karamatsu. Oh, I love that Karamatsu. That's the best part of Karamatsu. I think that's why, and the reason the key of the movie is about Karamatsu's situation. What I like about the movie in Karamatsu is that he's so timid. That's the only thing that he never changed. Even though Karamatsu is adult, he did, have this personality of, being a fucking badass guy as well. But his theme is still shown if there's, something, scare him, something like that. But that's what I like about him. And Karamatsu is actually more softer than Ichimatsu. I mean, Ichimatsu is, he will be criminal in 0 seconds. Karamatsu is completely different. There's nothing else I think that he can change. Like he already liked it, but I love to stuff show him more his timid version more of him, like the softness side of Karamatsu. I love that. He's very nice. Talk about his the way his personality is like that. Maybe because he's the first guy who wants to change. I heard it from an interview why he decided to join drama club, because in episode 3 season 1 it mentioned that Karamatsu, the only guy who joined drama club, is because that he wanted to change. That's what he said on the interview. Pretty sure I remember it right. I don't know how I remember it. Maybe because when I remember Karamatsu, I probably remember that moments of him that stuck in my head for like a month or some shit like that. So yeah, that's why I'm like, from the other 4 except Osomatsu, looks completely like, makes me question a lot, especially Ichimatsu. But Karamatsu is like, okay, now it kind of makes sense, but I feel so sorry about Karamatsu. If Karamatsu is real, I like to hang out with him like in a bestie way. Osomatsu. Lastly is Osomatsu, and there's a dust on my table. What the comments about him? He's childish. He's very awful big brother, pervert, piece of shit. He's the biggest asshole. Oh, cool. Many comments say he's cute. And also, there's some person that say both terrible and good person. I like this comment. There's some say that underrated protagonist, because many anime protagonists describe perfection, but Osomatsu is not perfection at all. He's so standard that I feel like it's impossible to actually hate him. Like he's literally just pick all the brother vibe. Talk about Osomatsu. What I like about Osomatsu that he is the only guy who never changed some shit. The other 5, they changed a lot, but him, the similarity is between Osomatsu and Osomatsu-san is completely huge. That you probably knows about it, that Osomatsu really likes food and money, and he still never changed. So yeah, that's little thing that the bad side, and the thing that unchangeable about Osomatsu. That's the only thing though. So yeah, thank you for watching. I gotta say, even though Karamatsu looks kind of bold, but he has softness, so I don't think he's very bold kind of guy. So yeah, he's not kind of guy, not like that. But Osomatsu he is bold kind of guy. How do I describe as a bold person? I believe bold person is like, they looks like they have strong aura or something, have like strong personality, that it depends on if their person they change. Or Osomatsu is the only guy who don't have self-improvement, but I can see how boldness he is though. Not like he's like a straightforward kind of guy, because I mean, look at him, he's so chill. he's such a lazy piece of shit. Yeah, that's all I can say about him. But he quite bold about it, you know, being a leader and being the oldest brothers of his family. So yeah, Osomatsu's kind of guy that who will, you know, do anything helping his brothers at the moment. Like one time he helping Jyushimatsu out of nowhere because Osomatsu is the only guy who knows about Jyushimatsu's girlfriend. Osomatsu shows a lot of, you know, his anger issues to someone he knows, even, you know, he doesn't care. I mean, even if he's a chill kind of guy, but he's actually one of the guys who lost his temper whenever he lost his temper. Same than Choromatsu, but Osomatsu is quite different because his temper, it depends on him. No one told him to get bad mood if Choromatsu had a job. Yeah, even Karamatsu knows, like, there's no need to, you know, fucking mad about to celebrate your buddies who achieve something. Even though I did mention about Ichimatsu, or probably some others have done some kind of their, like, I don't know, like kind of like low mental health or something like that. I mean, because they need or don't have a job or something like that. But Osomatsu though, and he didn't show a lot about his mental health or something. I mean, he did cry a lot. He met a lot. That's the whole protagonist of Osomatsu is. And you know, in episode 24, it shows that, you know, he looked completely like lonely without his brothers. But when he's not with his brothers, he looked like he is in a social crisis. I don't know why I say that, but he kind of like, I mean, he dissociated. That's, you know, is he okay? That's the only thing I'm concerned. I mean, I'm fine, like, he's not a very perfect kind of guy. At least he tried. Seeing this guy something like also the only guy don't know what to do, maybe because, you know, he don't know how to receive help from someone he knows. If he asking his brothers, he probably asking brothers to, like, give some money or some shit like that. That's the only thing he can think of. But for something to talk each other, something like a deep talk, I believe that he don't know how to fix that. That's the only thing that his weakness. He will lead something, then his brothers will follow along with him. You know, that's kind of sucks. Actual leader needs a help. They probably talk each other about it and, you know, talk about it, something like that. I give you like example about, you know, if leader need help, they have to talk each other with the team mates about it, and they can fix a little bit somehow, and then it kind of works. So it depends on what the leader want to do, so it kind of works. But Osomatsu, on the other hand, it's completely different. He probably don't know how to. I wish that Osomatsu will tell the truth that he needs help from his younger brother, but he don't know how to because he's the oldest one, and so he never had a chance to do it. So maybe he don't know what to do, how to receive a help from his family. So I mean, at least Totoko saved him, which is kind of cool too. I mean, that's the best part about the episode. Again, with my fucking eraser again. So yeah, that's the only thing that I'm concerned about Osomatsu. Nothing else about it. I mean, he's kind of awful. So even Karamatsu is awful, Choromatsu is awful, Ichimatsu awful, Ikimiya, Jyushimatsu awful. Yeah, my nightmare fuel, even though he's my favorite. And then Todomatsu is such a bitch, but he's also awful. So yeah, at the same times, I know they, you know, if they're doing something independently, they know what they're doing. So yeah, Osomatsu needs a therapist. Okay, maybe I sound like, you know, I hate this anime so much, I need to talk shit about it. But to be honest though, whenever I talk about something like this, I think that this is the only one anime that I feel like I like and hate at the same time of this fucking series. So yeah.